Hello, hello, hello. It's Follow Up Friday. So I have a question for you. Are potential clients and income slipping through the cracks in your business? I talk to so many entrepreneurs who tell me that they feel really disorganized and they're trying to follow up with people, but they'll send an email, and if they don't hear back, that person is out of sight, out of mind. They forget about them. Or if they met somebody at a networking event, either online or in person, they might not even follow up once, because research shows that only 8% of entrepreneurs make that fifth contact. So most people aren't even following up at all. Like 48% of entrepreneurs that you meet you'll never hear from them. They don't follow up with anybody. It's crazy, right? So this is happening to a lot of people. So I'm going to share some ideas today of things that you can do that will help you stay on track with all of the people you're following up with. Because the more you follow up with people, or the more people you have to follow up with, the harder it's going to be to keep track of this in your head. And I hear every once in a while that people tell me that their follow-up system is that when somebody pops into their head, they call them. Well, that's not going to work, right? Sometimes it will work for a person here or there, but it's not a good strategy. So the first thing you want to do to get organized so that people don't slip through the cracks is to get a system, to get the technology to keep track of all of your contacts. And that's called a CRM, a customer relationship management system. Now, I want to distinguish that from something like Aweber or MailChimp. Those are email marketing systems. Those are for sending emails out to big groups of people, but it's not a system for you to keep track of people and follow up with them one at a time. So you need both, okay? So I have vetted a whole bunch of CRMs. I'll put the link down below, but it's powerupyourfollowup.com/resources. There are some that are very inexpensive and simple to use that are just CRMs. And there's some systems that combine the CRM with the email marketing system. And it's ideal to have both systems in one. I know some people, they have the CRM and then they have a separate email marketing system. You do not want that, because then you have to enter people twice. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like you to do is go over that resources tab. You can get a free trial with these CRMs, check it out, reach out to the people and customer support, find out if it serves your needs. Everyone's got different needs. Everyone's got different technical capabilities. So it's not one size fits all. So you've got to check it out, make sure it works for you. And then if it does, purchase the system. And then this is all I want you to do. I do not want you to spend hours and hours and hours adding hundreds and hundreds of contacts that you've accumulated over the years. That is not an income producing activity, and that can seem very overwhelming. All I want you to do is add one person at a time and reach out to them. One person at a time, put in the notes in their contact of what you remember about them, about the conversation you had, and then call them. And then here's the key. This is why the CRM is so amazing. Set the reminder in the CRM for the next time you're going to reach out. Because if you just leave a message and move on, again, you'll forget about them. So always put a reminder in to the CRM after you text somebody, after you email them, after you call them, no matter what you do, put a reminder in there for the next step. And then 2 days later or 3 days later, whatever it is, you'll be able to get that pop-up, or an email will be sent to you, or a text message. Every CRM is different in terms of how they'll notify you. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love you to comment down below on how that's going and how your follow-up is improving, because you'll be staying on track more consistently because of the CRM. And if you're curious to see how, where you stand with your follow-up and sales skills, I have a very short assessment that is an eye-opener for people. I just spoke to a woman yesterday who took it, and she's like, oh my God, I had no idea that there were so many different things that I could have in place that I don't. Like, there's all these things that we know that we don't know that we don't know. And from the test, the assessment, you're going to see that. So it's going to be a real eye-opener for you. So the link to take the quiz is www.powerupbizquiz.com. www.powerupbizquiz.com. And please come next week. If you show up in my Facebook community, Power Up Your Follow-Up community, you can ask me questions and we can have a conversation right through the chat in the Facebook group. So go over to Power Up Your Follow-Up Facebook community and join the group. And then you can come in here next Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific and get your questions answered. All right, have a fabulous week. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday on Follow Up Friday. Bye for now.